Hi Cam Fam! Welcome back to my channel. For today, I am going to expose my iPhone. Yes, I will expose everything that is on my iPhone. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but maybe it's for the love of Cam Fam. Before we start exposing myself, please make sure that you're already subscribed to my channel and you've already clicked on that bell button so you're always notified whenever I have new self-incriminating videos like this one. Okay, so as I've said, we're going to expose my iPhone. I don't know if this is a thing on YouTube. I know that people always go through their apps and stuff, so we're gonna do that with a twist. So we're gonna do like...
I can only help you with the first request. That's what I'm here for.
Hindi ko naman kinausap si Google, ba't siya nagsasalita? Okay, Google, thanks.
No problem.
I'm now going to show you all the apps that I have on my phone. We will be completely transparent. So how do we start this? I don't really know, actually. Okay, so this is basically my screen. It's my favorite photo of me and Yoni. Before this wallpaper, it used to be one of our wedding photos, but I just feel like this is more us, our goofy selves, so it's perfect for us. And every time I look at it, I smile. And also, because of this wallpaper, I actually got an additional discount while I was in Japan because the ate cashier saw this photo and she was like, I find your iPhone photo cute, so I'm just gonna give you a discount. So this is a true story. Okay, so that is my lock screen, and then my normal wallpaper is taken right before my wedding by Patty during our wedding in Siena. So basically on the first page of my iPhone, these are basically my most used apps. Not all, but my most used apps. So of course, number one right there are my socials like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest. Kira Kira, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but Kira Kira is basically this app that makes all these bling effects. This became a thing for a while on Instagram stories, so I still have that. And then I also have Snow and You Like, which are basically, I think they're Chinese or Korean. I don't know, but a lot of the K-pop stars use them because sobrang ang lakas na maka-fresh tsaka makaganda, like ibang level. Also Snow has a lot of different filters that you can choose from, which is why I also like it. I use it sometimes to edit some of my videos. Okay, and then next we have instant messaging, and I have there my WhatsApp, Viber, Telegram, Messenger, Skype, Zoom, House Party. I'm not gonna open these, baka meron kayo makita mga messages, so we will keep that there. So I've got all of these for different things, like for WhatsApp are usually for work, and Telegram it's usually for my friends. I love using Telegram. At one point, all of my friends switched to Telegram because at that time, WhatsApp and Viber didn't really have gifts yet on their platform. So that's why we all switched to Telegram because we all loved sending each other memes and gifs and everything else. How do you pronounce it? Is it gifs or gifs? Sometimes I pronounce it as gifs, sometimes gifs. But anyways, and also on Telegram, you can have like secret chats that can expire in like as short as 30 minutes or even shorter. So if you want to send secret chats, then it's highly encrypted. That's what they say. I don't know. I'm not really sure. And also on Telegram, you get to send photos and videos as files. Because if you send photos and videos through WhatsApp, it's usually compressed. For example, if you're sending it to an editor or if you're sending it to a fellow friend who wanted you to edit something for her photo, usually that's Lorene. But anyways, yeah, you send it back original size media, and you can do that through Telegram. Viber can also do that. You can send as file on Viber, so Viber is also great. But I don't know why my Viber doesn't really notify me. So that's why I don't really like using Viber so much. Viber for me is mostly for my family. I have family group chats there, and my mom and my dad can't really get on the Telegram train, so the only thing they have is like Viber and WeChat, and I really don't want to download WeChat because I already have so many apps. But anyways, Viber is usually for my family and also for my tita groups. That's where I have my mga fruit groups or like mga market groups, like mga village groups, ganyan. So that's what I use Viber for. Messenger, I don't really use so much. I'm never really on Facebook, honestly. It's just, I've never been active on it. I don't really like browsing Facebook. I think it's because I already have so many social media accounts that I have to keep up to date, especially for work. I don't really care about Facebook so much. Twitter, I still use because Twitter for me is like my newspaper. You know, it's my online newspaper. It's so easy to just browse through all of my favorite news outlets and everything is just there. Or if something's trending, then you can automatically see it on Twitter. So that's why I like Twitter. We have Skype, the OG when it comes to video calls, but I don't know why no one uses Skype now, especially that everyone's doing the video calls because of ECQ or MECQ or GCQ or whatever type of quarantine you're on. Most are using Zoom, which is why I now have Zoom. I didn't have this pre-ECQ, but now I have Zoom. I know a lot of people are talking about security issues of Zoom, but honestly, I don't feel like I have anything naman that the government spies will want to look at. So, but anyways, that's what we use, me and my friends. A lot of you also asked me on my Insta stories like how we do our game night. So it's all via Zoom, via screen sharing. Like we have one person who has this, let's say Cabbage, or they have Jackbox TV on their laptops, and they just share screen and everyone gets to play via Zoom and their phones. And then we also have House Party. House Party is also kind of like Zoom. You get to do group video conference calls, except it already has games within the app. But personally, I prefer playing games on Zoom via Jackbox TV and just share screening because it's just so much more fun. And I really love the games on Jackbox TV. And the next would be a lot of the usual stuff like Chrome, my emails. So I have like a bunch of emails. I still have my Gmail and my main email, my work email, Yahoo. And we got WordPress over there, which gives me so much fun memories, although I don't really blog anymore. I used to use my WordPress to do last minute edits that I wasn't able to do on my laptop. So, but it's still there because mali mo, one day I'm gonna go back to blogging. And then we've got here some photo frame. I call it photo frames, but basically for collages and stuff. I don't really use a lot of these apps anymore. As you can see, meron na siyang mga like cloud download. Like I haven't really downloaded them fully. Actually, will delete all of this now. Although Typepic and Over are really good if you want to do like mga font overlays on your photos. These I remember I used to use a lot. But yeah, I don't need these things. I-delete na natin sila. Okay, so we've already deleted that. Gusto mong dito pa ako naglinis ng apps. But yeah, so the next step would be my photo editing apps, which a lot of these you've already seen my fave Instagram editing apps or something. I think I've already shared a lot of these. But anyways, let's go through them really quickly. So I've got Snapseed, Lightroom. Mosaic is actually where I fix my feed. I don't really use it so much anymore because I don't really pay attention to my feed as much anymore. I feel like nowadays people don't really go on your page, and I want to be more free when it comes to the things that I post. So I don't really use this as much anymore. So basically you just upload the photo that you plan to post, like for example this one, and then you can already write a caption. And then after writing the caption, let's say sunflower, wee. And then for example you want to post it already, you can also do it via the app. For example this one, so you can do post now. And then after that, I've got my Leica app for connecting with my Leica Q camera, which is my current camera of choice. And then I've also got my Canon app, which connects with this camera that I'm using for my vlog. We've got Visco, which you've already seen me explain before. Facetune. Makeup Plus is amazing. For example, if you take a photo of yourself and you don't have any makeup on, Makeup Plus can actually put makeup on you. So I discovered this app because I went with them. It's by the same company, Meitu, and I went with them to Korea for Seoul Fashion Week, and this app is just, it blows my mind. Ibang level. Pati lashes, pwedeng malagay sa'yo. Ganong level. Pati lipstick, blush, actually anything. And then we also have here Teza app. Teza is actually not free. If you guys are familiar with Teza, Teza is a famous content creator as well. She's from the States, and she just created this beautiful app called Teza app. And she's got there all her different filters, not just for photos, but also for videos, all her different frames. You can even do stop motion videos on the app. You can even do like subtitles, the indie subtitle type of thing, the yellow font. You can put like the film effect where there's like a lot of these different lines. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. But basically that. So Teza app is one of my most favorite quick and easy apps to use when it comes to editing my photos and videos. You guys know that I love using multiple apps when it comes to editing my photos. So I still do edit my photos first on my laptop, and then I edit it on Lightroom here. And then sometimes I also still use Teza app. So it's super duper easy to use. There are a lot of different like filters that you can use. So for example, ganyan, and then you want pa like frames and stuff. She has a lot of different frames. But again, it's not free. It's like a subscription model type of thing. And then I've got more editing apps, but I don't really use these as much anymore. So you've got lens distortions. So this is pretty cool. For example, you can put like different types of overlay of the sun. Bongga siya. And then we've got Enlight app, which you can do a lot of different things also here. You can add elements. It's also an editing app. So ayan, marami rin siya mga kung ano-anong iba-iba dyan. I used to use this a lot, especially when it comes to healing, but I don't really use it as much anymore. But I feel like I don't want to delete it yet. So andyan siya. Afterlight is still one of, I think, Lorene's favorite apps. She really uses that a lot, but for me, it never really became like one of my most used apps, but I still have it here as well because it's a good editing app. We've got Photoshop Fix, which is basically Adobe Photoshop as well, but it's for healing and a lot of different stuff. PixArt, I love to use. If you guys saw on my Instagram, I've been doing a lot of these collages of the photos that I've been shooting here at home. So I also did this just now. So I just overlaid a lot of different sunflowers. You can do a lot of different things here. So you could do photos, videos, and then collages, and it's one of the apps that I really recommend. And then we have here Spring. So Spring, actually, I don't really use it as much, but sometimes whenever, like let's say I shoot a photo and it wasn't really from a low angle, it makes me look shorter than my actual height. Spring helps you elongate yourself. Like that's what I use it for, just to elongate. I got this app from BJ Pascual. He was the one who told me about it. Okay, so let's say this one. I wanted to increase my legs, pero okay na kasi legs ko dyan. But anyways, you just have to do that and then voila! It's very minimal, pero matangkad ka talaga. It can also edit like your waist and your face. It can make it smaller, but I haven't tried it, but I feel might look weird. So, and then RNI Films got a lot of mga film effect filters. I don't really use it also so much. I think I downloaded this before because I was looking for a good app that gives you like the grain effect, and I didn't know pa before how to use it. But here it's got all of those different things like the grains and stuff and shadows and all that. It's really cool if you want the film effect. And then last but not the least, I've got my DJI for my drones. And then next we've got my stories editor. I don't really use any of these anymore, but I used to use them, and I also already vlogged about this before. Out of all of this, I really just use InShot. InShot and Unfold. So InShot is where all the magic happens. Like this is where I make all of my Insta stories, like for my TikTok stuff. Ang dami mo magagawa with InShot. I'm not really sure if it's free or if it's paid. Also, when I do TikTok videos that I can't really film on TikTok itself, I use InShot. It's super duper powerful. You can trim your videos, you can merge videos, you can add songs, you can record, you can do voiceovers, you can do so many things. InShot for me is the #1 video editing app that I love for iPhones. And then the next would be Unfold. Unfold is not free. It comes with some free templates already, but if you want more templates, then you have to pay. So this is where I do, like before when I used to do mga sharing of my fellow bloggers on Instagram, or if I want to do, let's say yan, yung mga, like before how I share my vlog on IG stories. So it's got a lot of these different templates. So for example, if I want to add one, so we've got these series. The ones without a dot are the ones that I purchased already. So yeah, it's just that. Oh, and VCUS. So this one is when you see all of those like super cool IG story videos where it suddenly goes slow-mo and there's this transition effect. It's all with VCUS. So just for you guys to see what it is. First scene. Second scene. Let's say we're gonna shoot my ring. And then another scene would be you guys. And another scene would be me. So we get shot. That's it. You've got a lot of different transitions, a lot of different effects there, and it makes your life so much easier. And I think it's free. Yeah, I think it's free. And then we've got here all these normal stuff now. So like YouTube, YT Studio. YT Studio is basically just for YouTube creators, and that's where you can edit and easily reply to comments and easily see your analytics and everything else. And then we've got Notes, Evernote. Evernote you guys know already, so that's also another Notes app. And then Reminders, my photos, Dropbox, Flickr, WordPress. We've already mentioned WordPress, but inayos ko siya. I'm sure you guys know all of this. So Flickr is like a photo cloud. So that's also what I use. App Store, Shazam. If you guys don't know what Shazam is, it's basically this really awesome app that listens to a song and tells you what it is. So for example, you're at a club, or let's say you're at a restaurant, or you're at a store, and you hear this really good music, but you don't know who sang this, or you don't know the title, and you really want to know so that you can later add it to your Spotify playlist or download it or whatever, then you should just Shazam it, and Shazam will let you know what it is. And then clock, calculator. I've got all my business apps here. iZip, I don't really know if this still works, but I downloaded this way back because I couldn't open zip files that people email to me on my phone. But now I can open zip files. I don't know if iPhone's already built to download zip files or it's just my app working, but that's why I have iZip. And then my Acrobat reader. I really do a lot of work on my phone, which is why I have all of these apps. So Acrobat is what I use to sign some contracts and also to edit some PDF files. Yeah, it's something I really use. Keynote, Pages, Numbers, Excel, I don't really use as much, but I just need them so that if I want to open certain files and stuff, that's what I use. FaceTime, contacts, calendar, settings, my Messenger, Spotify, camera, you guys know those. And then we've got here my GoPro app. So these are all my streaming apps. So I have Netflix, Amazon Prime, I've got Hayu, and I've got iFlix. I've also got Apple TV. So I share all of this with my family and Yoni. So Netflix is my account, Amazon is Yoni's account, Hayu is my account, Apple TV is my sister's account. So it's just our way of being wise about this spending. So we just share all our accounts together so that we can stream and watch more stuff. And then we've got here some of my cloud, so like files on my iPhone, Drive, Collect app is actually one of the apps I also use a lot because of work. So this is basically WeTransfer but as an app. So whenever people send me WeTransfer links, so WeTransfer is a website where you can send files up to 2 gig per batch for free. You can upload files that you want to send to someone. If they're too big to upload via email, then you do it on WeTransfer and you send the WeTransfer link to your friend and they just click it and then they're able to download everything to their laptop or to their device. For me, I'm always on the go and that's how me and my editor Joanna, hi Joanna, that's how we pass videos to each other. Sometimes I don't have my laptop with me, so it's good that I have the app here so that I can easily give her my very detailed comments. And then we've got here some iBooks, dictionary. I don't know why I have a dictionary here when you can easily Wikipedia it, but yeah. Nangarap rin kasi ako to review my French, but yeah, it's still here also. I used to always go through Flipboard and BuzzFeed as well, so these are just like random news articles and stuff. Just makes it easier for you so you don't have to Google anything. But I don't really use this as much anymore. I don't know why it's still here. But again, I just choose not to delete it. Sabi kong kalat kayo. Hoarder rin ba ako ng apps? Anyway, and then we have here my banking app. So Video, BPI, PayMaya, and GCash. I will not open them so you don't hack me. Got all my transpo apps. So even though we don't have Uber here in the Philippines, they still do work abroad. That's why I would never delete it because I still use Uber whenever let's say I'm in Europe or in the States. And then, I don't know what Free Now is actually. I don't know why I have this. I think this is a taxi app in Italy and then it got revamped and now it's called Free Now. I'm not really sure. I think so. Yeah. And then we've got Yelp. So Yelp is super duper useful, especially when you're abroad and you don't really want to Google anything. Then Yelp is your friend when it comes to looking for restaurants. You can also look for other stuff, but I usually just use it for restaurants. So for example, when we were in Rome and I wasn't familiar with where we were and I wanted to go to a restaurant that was well reviewed, and so the easiest way is to just look through Yelp and it can show you all the restaurants that are within your proximity and you can arrange it by rank. Or for example, you feel like eating Chinese food, then you could just put their Chinese food and then they're gonna show you all the Chinese restaurants that are still open and ready to serve you and that are close to your location. So it's really a cool app. And then we've got here my navigation stuff. So I've got Waze and Google Maps. Google Maps I use a lot abroad. Waze here in the Philippines because I don't really drive abroad, so I don't use Waze. Whenever I'm walking around the town, then I use Google Maps. And then extras, these are mostly apps that I don't really use as much, or most of them are apps that came with iPhone itself. So like Wallet, that's where all my boarding passes are. Find My iPhone. Music, the music app, I don't really use it anymore because of Spotify. Thank you, Spotify. Oh, this one, I think I downloaded this one. So it's an easy way for us to convert units, especially with me and Yoni because we're all inclined to use American units here, measuring units, and Yoni is super European. So then I talk in inches and he talks in meters, mga ganun. So that's why I like to use this. So it's not just for length, like even for like mass or even for what other categories, for cooking, for a lot of different things. So I think it's super duper useful. And then we have here all my hotel apps. So we've got Klook and Traveloka, Agoda and Booking.com. I use Booking.com and Agoda mostly for my hotel bookings. Sometimes there are certain discounts that are only available through the app and not through the website. It is a long process for me, but I'm all about savings, so I still go through looking at it through like their website, normally on my desktop, and then still doing it on my phone and checking if the app is cheaper because sometimes there are flash deals just on the app or just coupons just on the app. So it's still super important to check both. And then next would be, ito na, ang naangawawa sa wallet ko. So these are all my shopping apps. So you've got Zalora, Shopee, Lazada, and then Carousel. So Shopee and Carousel, I don't really shop so much on them, but I do have shops on them. So that's why I have them here. I usually shop on Lazada when I need something really quick because I think the interface for me is just so much easier. So this is where I shop a lot of my branded stuff. It's through Luisa Villarama and Net-a-Porter. Luisa Villarama and Net-a-Porter, they both deliver straight to your doorstep. When you pay or you check your cart out online, everything is already inclusive. So the customs or the import duties and fees that you need to pay are already included with the total amount that you're paying. So there are no surprises, there are no like you have to pick them up here, you have to pay this all of a sudden. It's all already computed when you check out. So that's why I love to shop through Luisa Villarama and Net-a-Porter. I also still have Farfetch and Matches Fashion here, but those are not delivery duties paid, meaning you will still incur customs fees and duties when you order from that. So I don't really use these websites unless I'm ordering something that will be delivered to Europe or to a foreign address. But if I'm having it delivered here in the Philippines, then it's only Luisa Villarama and Net-a-Porter that I use. And then next would be these fitness apps. So I've got Custom Fit, which is the app made by Fitness First. So I used to use this a lot. And then Nike Training, I don't really use this as much also, but I just have it here. Malay mo, maganado tayo, so let's use that. Interval Timer is the app that my personal trainer, Christina Luisa, follow her on Instagram. This is an app that she recommended to me. So this is what she uses for mga timers. So for example, if you want to do exercises that are time-based, then this is the best app according to her. And then we've got here my monthly cycles. So this is a free app and you can see there like when you're about to have your period, when you're ovulating, not that I am caring about my ovulation still. Hop, up, 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 up. Marami na naman my excite. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, I've had this for the longest time, even when I wasn't married yet. It's really for me to track my period so that I know that, okay, my period is about to come. Kaya pala, I'm in pain. Like, my back is in pain. I usually get all these symptoms, my PMS, like as early as like 10 days before. Ganun kaaga. So this is just a helpful way for me to track also. Like, for example, if I have a trip to the beach or if I have a flight, like a long-haul flight, usually these are the times that I really pray hard. Wala akong period. So if these are things that I can control, like if I can control the timing of when I'm gonna go to the beach or if I can schedule my own long-haul flight if it's not for work, then I check my app first so that hindi sayang yung trip and I know right away na okay, I'm not gonna book any beach trips for this period because I know I have my period. So I'm just gonna book it a little bit later. So very helpful. And then we've got Headspace. Headspace is an app that helps you meditate or calms your nerves. I remember when I wanted to start meditating, I'm not an expert, I still don't do it as much, but I did try to do it for some time. And I feel like I will continue and still keep trying to do it every now and then. I asked on my Instagram stories what are the nice meditation apps that you guys would recommend, and a lot of you recommended Headspace. There's still one more also that I tried, but I didn't quite like it, so I just stayed with Headspace. So for example, if you're having any difficulty to sleep because of anxiety or stress and stuff like that, sometimes Headspace helps. They also have some sounds for sleeping sometimes. So for example, like waves and stuff like that, just to help you be calmer and to just get you into that positive headspace, that calm, stress-free headspace. And then we've got Safari. I don't really use Safari because I prefer Chrome so that it's connected to my laptop and everything else that I do on my laptop is already here on my phone because I use Chrome more also on my laptop. And then we've got here my Google Home stuff. So we've got Google Home Assistant and TV Cast. So for example, if you don't have a smart TV that already has YouTube installed on your TV, you can just use Chromecast. So if you have one of those older TVs, then you just buy a Chromecast device and you can easily cast from your iPhone to TV. So for example, like Hey You, I like to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians on Hey You. Yoni likes to watch the show Flipping Out. It's this reality TV show about a guy that flips houses. So it's also on the Hey You app. Hey You doesn't have a software for Samsung TVs. So for us to watch it on our big screen, then we just use Chromecast. We cast it from our Hey You app here and then it appears on our TVs. So and then I've got my Nest app. We've already talked about this on my previous vlog. So yeah, and basically it's just our CCTV. We have here more CCTV, so a lot of different types of CCTVs that I had to download because of the tiny cameras that I bought through Lazada. So there was a time where I had to buy a lot of different cameras for parts of the house that didn't have a Nest camera because someone I trusted was stealing from me. So I had to buy quick purchases through Lazada, and a lot of these cameras required me to download these apps. And then the Yi dash cam, that's our dash cam for our cars. And then we've also got Clever Dog, so it's also a CCTV. So I used to have Clever Dog at my parents' place because our CCTV's there, you can't really talk through it. And I wanted to talk to Pepper because I was super clingy to Pepper. But the Nest cameras though, you can talk through it. So if you've got Nest cameras, then no need for the Clever Dog. And then next we've got my Dyson app. So this controls all of my Dyson air purifiers and fans. So you can easily open your Dyson wherever you are as long as you've got Wi-Fi or you've got internet or you've got cellular data. So easy, so ganyan lang siya. And then I have here Control 4. That's just something for my parents' house. It's basically controls everything like the lights, the gates, the doors, the locks, our CCTVs. So if I want to make fun of them and turn the lights on and off, I can still do it because I am still connected to my parents' home. Okay, finally we're on the last page. So this is my fun page. I used to have so much games on my phone, but I just noticed that I don't really play games anymore, so I deleted all of them. But I have one game that is actually 2 games that are back on my phone. And it's Design Home. It's a very tita game, and I love interior design. You guys know that. So this was actually recommended to me by Lorene. It's basically a game where you can design, and then you earn money, not real money, and you also earn diamonds, and you use that to buy extra furniture, and then you join these challenges where you're asked to design rooms, and then you get rated by other people, and that's where you get like a 5-star rating or a 4-star rating. So they can rate you from 1 to 5 stars. And I am at 4.62 stars. And I'm actually leading among my friends. As you can see, I'm very proud of this. I always report this to Yoni. I'm like, Hubs, I got a la la la. So for example, now I got just challenge results. And this is my result from the challenge, and it's 4.68. So usually per challenge, they have certain requirements, like you have to use this type of furniture, this color of furniture, this brand. So these are my previous designs. As you can see, I'm very passionate about this, and I really love playing it. I'm gonna show you some of my 5-star designs. You gotta play the game, so it's not really about your aesthetic. It's really what works for the game. And what I noticed is that people really like it when the color is super in your face. So if it's like an all blue room or if it's all pink room and you've got all these different decor, then usually you score high. Why am I explaining this? I don't even know if you guys are interested, but I am really passionate about this. I play it every day, once a day, because there's always a new challenge that's worth $2,500 every day. So I join that every day. Okay, tama na. I'm sure I'm boring you. Anyway, and then I also have the Sims, mobile Sims. So I used to play Sims a lot as a kid. Well, was I a kid? Back when I was in high school, I think, or elementary school, I can't remember. But I used to play The Sims a lot. Also, I only downloaded it during ECQ because I felt like, maybe I need a new game to play. I'm actually getting bored. So I downloaded it. I haven't played it more than 3 times. So I will play it though. It is free still. And then we have here my house app. So I used to use this a lot when we were still building my parents' home. It's a really helpful app for design inspiration, for looking for furniture. It's not based in the Philippines, so of course you can't buy it here, but it's just a really nice way to organize stuff. It's like Pinterest, but just for house stuff, for interior design. So basically I have these idea books, and I have all of the different things that I saved here, like wallpaper, bathroom, master's bedroom. So it's just an easier way for me to fix everything and to really get a feel of what kind of design I wanted to do for my parents' bathroom, for my parents' room, for my closet. And then the rest of my apps here are mostly tita apps. So a lot of like wristbands and like mga miles, mga membership apps, Wow and Wow, where I buy for my dogs. And then we've got Pocket on the Go for all my Young Living essential oil titas there. Then I'm sure you guys know this. Got my For You app, Cherry Roam, which is also what I use when I go abroad for the internet. I've got Share It and Zappia. So Share It and Zappia are both apps that you use to transfer files from an Android to iOS. So I use this for transferring my Huawei photos here on my iPhone. I still do have my Huawei, and I still use it for my photos as well. So yeah, finally, we're done going through all the different apps on my phone. Originally, I actually wanted to talk about really exposing my phone, like my first text message or the last message I received or the first photo that's saved on my phone, the last photo I took and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I feel like this video is already too long, that if you guys are interested to do that type of exposing my iPhone, then leave me a comment below and make sure to give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you guys want to see it, and we'll probably do it on another vlog. Let's see what my most used app is. Oh, Instagram. and then TikTok, and then Design Home. See, I told you I'm very passionate about it. And then Camera, and then Chrome, and then Telegram, where I talk to my friends, and then Lightroom. I see. So those are my top apps that I use.